not my man. You're not my man. You're a genius.
Solid. So, yo, thank you for joining us. I'm John D. Contradiction. We got my man with the glasses, Walko, and we got my man Frank with the Halloween T-shirt. Man, introduce yourself, sir.
It's actually a circle shirt from Mac Miller.
My name is Deshane Bankhead. You know, artist, visionary, regular guy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, nothing wrong with that, man. Regular people are creative. Regular people create. We invent shit. We do a lot. People just don't realize it because we're not famous.
You gotta start somewhere.
But yeah, man, yo. But yeah, I'm hyped that you wanted to come in and chop it up with us. We try to we pretty much, if we give you a review, anyone, we the platform's open. We always want to promote anyone, regardless of whether how a review went, this, that, and the fifth. But we do get a bad stigma if we do give like a bad review. A lot of people don't want to jump on and blah blah blah. But we want that. We want people to jump on because we want to hear their end. You know what I'm saying? We want to hear them and like defend your project. You know what I'm saying? But we appreciate you, man.
It's not even like it requires defense, you know. I mean, I'm a level-headed individual, you know. I'm capable of taking my own bias out of it, you know. I can remove my own ego, my own artistry. Plus, you acknowledge that I had the ability to rap, you know. So I'm not mad. I got exactly what I paid for, you know what I'm saying? Just I could tell you listen to it more than once because the stuff that you said you would have only derived if you listened to it, you know, picked it apart. And plus, it was just like this one project, and I like it's the only thing from me you heard. So like, I understood. I was never mad. Like, cool, okay, 3.5 out of 10. I did better than Drake. Shit.
And you know, it's like
Drake.
To keep it facts. To keep it a buck, it's like that's one of the things that like when I was putting together the platform, I was like, I wanted people to get that insight. I wanted people to get like one, we like to throw a few jokes in there because we wanted to keep it like so it's we're not taking ourselves too serious, like we want to keep it real, like because that's how it is if you want to talk hip-hop with someone you cool with and whatnot. But we also wanted to make sure the criticism was real, and we wanted to just make sure like you know that we're not like there's no bias, you know what I'm saying, there's no hatred or any shit like that, you know what I'm saying. And a lot of people forget that. A lot of people come at us on some crazy shit and it's like, bro, like we're not targeting you.
I can tell people to read like the rules clearly listed under your Instagram page, like, you know, like the clear warning that says don't do it. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I went through it. I was like, I need to know who these guys are. So I read the rules and I was like, oh shit, okay. These guys are like real reviewers, so I'm not gonna get mad. I mean, what's the point? I mean, it's a view. At the end of the day, I won.
Exactly.
You know, it's another view.
Exactly.
It's another stream. And then a lot of people clicked on it later that I didn't even know clicked on it. Like my artistry recap, it went up. I was like, wow. So, you know.
And that's a beautiful thing. Like, yeah, and that's dope. Like that's dope too. Like, because if you know people want to hear like how accurate we are, people want to hear like you know how the review is. But it's also like if you posted something like that, like, hey, I got this review, your fans will want to re-listen. Like, nah, you know, and just jump into it. And it's a win-win. It's a win-win. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I had that one guy that I know very well jump in the comments, and he was like, "Damn that," and I was like, "Okay, look, man, look, you know, if I'm not mad, you know,
yeah. Which is cool. We expect it sometimes, but like we're not like we never be lit up. Yeah, we get attacked. We've been attacked by like fan bases and shit.
I mean, it was cool. Like the project did what it was supposed to do because you were right. Like you literally picked apart what I was doing. It was like the whole double. I kind of do. I put a lot more into it. I don't just talk.
Oh, wait, we're losing you for a second. You guys losing him too, right?
Oh shit.
Yeah, he's frozen.
Oh yeah, he's frozen.
Hello?
Yeah, there we go.
Oh,
yeah, we lost you for a second. He's back. There we go.
I'm gonna take the.
Yeah, you about to get that Wi-Fi set up.
You got that. You sounded hella clear, and you lost signal.
There we go.
Okay, I cut the Wi-Fi off. So that should be it.
All right, solid.
That should be it.
All right, so yeah, you were saying about like we picked it apart. Like you were saying.
Like you actually like I like the way you pick it apart because it's exactly what it was supposed to do. It was supposed to be one of those double time, catch the attention, do what it's supposed to do, kind of get my name out there stuff. Because all the other stuff is low key. It's on the SoundCloud that has like hundreds of thousands, like, and some of it has thousands of plays. That's what it's supposed to do. So it was kind of like testing the water. Like we kind of did it the smart way. We like set up our own LLC. We got our own label and stuff like that. We kind of did all the root work first. Like used our names so that we wouldn't have to pay anybody to own our own shit. We kind of did that stuff. And I feel like we did it backwards. opposed to how people do the swag shit first, and then they get their business straight, and then they end up in like a little goofy situation or something like that.
Or Megan Thee Stallion.
Shit. When we started, man. That was just the case of I can't read.
Facts.
Not on the art level, I can't read. It's just like I can't read.
Yeah, that's it. Just straight up.
She didn't even bother.
I mean, you listen to real music, man. Like I grew up on like Gangstar, like Mobb Deep, like the Wu-Tang Clan. Like I take the ability to rap first seriously before it sounds good. Like if it doesn't sound like good to me, it sounds like I wrote it in 5 minutes. I'm like, fuck it. I won't listen to it. I know no one else will listen to it. So,
Yeah.
I try to take integrity first. I make sure I can rap. And
Yeah,
like, write.
and I made sure, like, and that's one thing I usually make sure to do. Like, if I'm gonna give someone a red stamp, I'm gonna be like, yo, if I hear that they can rap, I'm gonna be like, yo, they can rap. You know what I'm saying? So
like once I read that, the score didn't even matter. Like the red stamp on it didn't even matter. I was like, I did what I had to do.
Yeah, and you showed it, and I was like, yo, he can rap, and that put it like there's, you know, sometimes we'll get a red stamp where it's like, oh man, this person needs to, like, we don't want to hear this, you know, but hearing you, like, if you sent something else, I'd be like, all right, I want to see, you know, because I did the review, I want to be like, all right, I want to see what else he's got, because I know you can rap. So I'll be like, all right, let's see him mix it up. Like, now I'm interested.
Of course, like off record, like, I mean, you don't gotta listen to it now. I can send you the link of like all the other stuff I've done. It's only 55 tracks because from here on out, it's platforms because I want my money now. You know, I'm a man. You know,
facts. Facts.
Hey, we ain't mad at that.
Yeah, facts.
I have a whole set of stuff on SoundCloud that we made like since, because we started in 10th grade. Like I'm only 24, so
dope.
Hey, so. And trust me, like some of the stuff you hear, you'll be like, "Is this the guy that made the double time shit?" This is like,
yeah, but we also acknowledge too, like we get that there is like hearing that from your end. I also, it makes me understand it more, because when you want to dip into the music scene, like to get your feet wet in there, and you're like, yo, I want to get into a market that is making money. Sometimes you kind of have to give a little bit to like what's kind of the sound going on, and then you also got to keep it within like your reach of where you're from. You got to keep it where you're from, but you got to keep it very mainstream. You know what I'm saying? So I get that now. I get it more. So I get this as being a dip into that world. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You just have to give it a realistic approach. You have to treat it like a business. Because, I mean, I'm not in it to make money, but at the same time, if I'm not using it, you know, exactly. Yeah,
yeah, you still, it'd be nice.
It's not a nice way to say I don't want money, but I want your money.
Yeah. You want, you know, you want money, but you also, like, it's not like, oh, you just want it, you're in it just for money. It's like, yeah, I want this as a passion, but it'd be nice to get paid for my time as well.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? If anything, like, you know, I'm appreciative. You know, I appreciate the time. I appreciate the view. I appreciate the honesty, because you could have just lied to my face and said, hey, you know, this shit slaps. You know,
that's one thing our page is super against. We are not fans of Yes Men.
Yeah, we ain't finna butter nothing up for you.
Yeah, we don't like, cause I'm an artist, Frank's an artist, and Walco's doing his little secret music stuff.
Hey,
so we don't want that.
No.
Dude. Like, yeah, dude. And that's another thing that people like, that people laugh when I tell them when they see it, is like, I'm an artist too, and this is my platform, but I've gotten a red stamp on my own platform because I let people review.
But that's because they were a hater.
That's why you won't ever hear nothing from me until it's ready to go.
But I give people that same option. I'm like, if we're reviewing stuff, what's to say that the people can't review us? So fuck it, I let people review it. I put a post like, who wants to review my project? And I've been reviewed by nothing but artists that I've reviewed, which is funny. Like artists I've either given bad checks to or like red stamps to. But as artists,
people shut up when you take out their argument. It's like, yeah, I reviewed myself too. What you gonna say now? It's like the 8 Mile effect. It's like, yeah, I'm a white guy. I grew up here. I can't rap. You know, what else you gonna say? Everybody just shut up.
Dude, the 8 Mile effect is a wild thing. Changed a lot of things in the hip hop.
Pull the rug out from underneath people.
Yeah.
It'll work for anybody. Shoot, you saw it just work for 6ix9ine a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is wild. He's
accidentally exposing some other shit too, which is funny.
Yeah. Which is good to know, though.
Hip hop. I don't want anything bad to happen to dude. But if this was anybody else on the planet, literally, there would have already been like T-shirts.
Yeah.
Facts.
It's because he picked the right time to do it, because there comes a certain amount of famous that people become untouchable, and that's what he hit. And then just started to like bomb everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He invented a new law of power. I call it diplomatic immunity.
Yo, seriously.
Yeah.
Which is crazy amongst just like rap. Like, because rappers get touched.
And the speed at which he reached that peak too, like
It makes you question it.
It was so fucking quick.
It was so quick, and it was so like he never took any part of it serious. And it just, it's like, what?
It goes to show, like, negativity sells. Trolling will make you a lot more money than a TED Talk, man. Any day.
Yeah,
any
nowadays.
day.
Hey, we trying to make negative TED Talks, you know what I'm saying? But stand here and listen to me talk to you about why you suck for 45 minutes.
That's the spin-off page, bro. But it's crazy. But like, that's what people also like. There's people who like love him and hate him, and that's fine. Like, that's life. But like, when I see artists who are just like, oh man, I don't want to hear nothing about him. It's like, bro, you're an artist. This is the world we're in. I'm not saying be a fan or everything, but keep your eyes open.
You at least gotta watch.
Yeah. Realistically, like, you can't avoid them. And even if you could, why wouldn't you keep an eye on the field? This is
exactly.
chess.
Yeah, why couldn't you learn? Because maybe he makes a move that could be a move that you would want to make.
Well, leaves a door open.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
You just slide through that bitch. Woo.
Yeah. What's crazy on the tip of like clout or whatever, a friend of mine, another fellow artist, who the day he did that he dropped that video and it blew up on YouTube, a friend of mine put out a video with 6ix9ine, the hashtag, and in the name on YouTube, and he hit like 10,000 views just off people clicking by accident.
Yeah, dead ass. One of the guys in my group, the label head TR3, he remixed the Gooba song, and that shit hit like a few 100,000.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, which is crazy. But it's but think about it.
He remixes everything because Universal just took down his remix of Drake's "Landed" like last week. So,
but the remix game is a great way to get your name out there.
Yep, that's how fucking Joyner Lucas did it, basically.
Yeah.
Just don't remix a Universal artist unless you are one, because they will take that shit.
Oh yeah, they will. Yeah. Some labels don't play games.
No.
Some labels don't. Some a little more lenient, some don't. But it's like, that's a thing. But that's like also like with the TikTok phenomena going on. People will remix beats and like chop up samples from like songs and like become famous off of just like chops and shit like that, which is crazy.
And then get sued later for not clearing.
Yeah. Some of them get away with. Some of them have like chopped up artists, and then like the artist reached out to them to like give them an official remix type stuff, which is dope too. But like their moves, like there's no definite moves in the game. You know what I'm saying? And that's like as an artist,
kind of like a case by case because you just get lucky.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's still a move. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like as an artist, you can't like you can't ignore moves. You can't not watch people, you know, especially within your same, like we all have a sound demographic. So it's like within your sound demographic, it makes sense to maybe keep your eyes open or your ears to the ground, you know?
It's like you kind of got to look at the industry as itself as a whole demographic, and you have subsidiaries of this demographic. Yep. If I put this song out, it'll work really well here, but this group over here might completely reject it. It's kind of like that's a good way to put it. The industry is kind of like the human body. You know, it's like a lot of different parts and chambers that work together, but as a whole, it's still like one unit that can be exploited.
Yeah.
So,
yep.
Just kind of got to look at it. It's like your angle of attack. How you're going to do it? You're going to market yourself. You're going to set yourself up on a plan that could explode. Some stuff that's not really yours. You know, you just gotta stick what you gotta do.
Yeah.
You know, but
you gotta listen to it. Listen to your body, man. That's what people forget to do, man. Listen to your body.
Listen to the rhythm.
Yeah, it's crazy stuff. Yeah, it's crazy stuff. But that's dope, man. Like just hearing that you got the whole business aspect of everything done and all that stuff ready first, then there's no doubt in my mind that we're gonna be hearing about you and from you for a hot minute. So I'm not even worried. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what people forget.
A lot of you guys. Like you actually gave me an idea. I started my website Saturday, like off of it, partly because of what you guys got going on. I need to start my own platform, talk about stuff. Yeah, and of course I'm gonna link you guys like in the description and stuff. But I was just like, this guy's got like the right blueprint here. Like this shit's going to take off. Not a matter of if, it's when.
So keep plugging at
it. And honestly, like that's dope. Like, cause that's what the whole thing like is made off. It's made off of like it's for artists by artists. You know, it's for us by us. That's what we want to do. Like we don't want to just be like TMZ who can just talk garbage about people and no one and like respond to no one and like ignore people like they're on like gods. No, like we want to be like, hey, we'll talk shit about artists, and if someone claps at us, we'll clap back. If you want to have a conversation with us, we'll talk to you. If you want to talk business, we'll talk to you. Like we want to be an open platform because as artists, we want to eat and we want artists to eat. You know? So why not? Like, why not? Like, there's no, as an artist, like, if you think about it, it's rare to find platforms that aren't out to take your money and fuck you over. You know what I'm saying? Or like screw you over in some way.
Or to use you, yeah.
At the end of the day, it's a business, and people forget it is a business first. It's an industry second. So, you know, you're not making clicks, you're not making plays, man. You got to go.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're like, we want to be like, hey, if we can at minimum be a help to get people's first foot in the door, or maybe learn how to put their foot through the door, then we did our job, bro. Like, and that's what we want to do. You know what I'm saying?
In my case, you've certainly done that job. So kudos. You know, I'd suggest you guys keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
Because like, if people aren't hating on you, man, you're doing something wrong. Honestly, so.
Hey, you just set our business model.
Yeah,
Exactly.
You guys are boondocks fans.
Yeah, dude, it's great. It's very real. Yeah, we get hated on a lot, but it's like, which is fine. When we first started, the hate was very potent. So after the first year, it turned into like respect, which is dope, you know. But like we went through some wars with like no names and like fan bases. It was crazy. Now it's just like, you know, now it's more tame, but we still get into our little, you know, whatever. But people are starting to understand that we're not those big bad guys that they think they are. You know, like that you know, people think we are. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, people come around, you know, if they have a body temperature in the 90s, you know, they'll come around. It's it's just one of those things. It's just, ego is a very big thing, especially like an artist. So, you know, if you think you're dope, no matter how much, you know, someone tells you you're not dope, you're going to think you're dope. And that's good, but just don't let it make you, you know, ignorant. Don't replace your confidence with ignorance and complacency.
Yeah, like, don't be blind to, like, even if you don't have to agree or anything like that, but as an artist, we should always be an endless, like, we shouldn't be an infinite work in progress, because music is constantly changing.
Yeah, well, you get stale otherwise.
Yeah, and that happens to a lot of artists, like artists that like, oh man, I got popular off of this shit in the 90s, and they're still putting this shit out. And you're like, bro, why are you putting out that 90s ass music?
This horse till it stops shitting out dollar bills.
Yeah. And you get bored with them.
You go from, like, you know, spinning in circles and puffy jackets to, you know, getting, you know, Cambodian breast milk delivered to you.
Yeah. And but honestly, like, that's a real thing though. Like, even some of the old heads, you may rap the same, but it's like, all right, so you telling me you gonna still wear the shit you wore when you popped? And it's like, you changed your style. So what's the difference with music? It's part of the culture.
If people were still dressing like they were in the early 2000s, that'd be wild.
Hands to the ground.
I saw somebody in public with an oversized, you know, Tracy McGrady jersey and some Timberlands on. You're like, yo, what's wrong with you, bro? Are you okay?
Giant white keys with the do-rags hanging down the ground.
Yeah, facts. I'd be like, yo, man, yo rap's been got canceled, bro. Like, get out of here.
Where do you even find those?
Yeah, it's a wild world, man. But that's rap, man. That's the culture that, you know, we love. That's the culture we're a part of. So, and like, nothing is perfect, nothing is certain. Like, shit just is what it is sometimes. But so I wanted to ask too, though, outside of like this, was did you get any other reviews on this project, or did any like what was the?
I had like 2 other websites review me. I had one magazine that I was already, like, you know, I already had ties with them. Nobody Society. You should check them out. I consistently lose the link to this all the time. It's like I'm a bad friend, but he has a good magazine out there. But he gave me like one of my first reviews, because when I had my first show at Center Stage, he hit me up. He was like, hey, let me do your stuff. But other than that, no one's really reviewed it. I used to pay people all the time to review my albums and stuff, but it was just like one of those Instagram model things to where, like, you know, this guy has 200 followers. They'll say like 5 words about the shit.
It's the worst. Yeah, or they'll pull like a sentence from your bio and then like incorporate it into like a quick, this new rapper from here puts out a solid project, and that's it. That's
exactly why I cut out my bios too. I'm just like, no, if you want to know something, you either got to listen, you got to act, you got to pay attention. So, other than you guys, for this project, no, because I did let it go in December. It was like December 2019. It was like my first like all platform kind of thing. So it was more so just test the waters, see how the groundwork works, see how numbers put out. Yeah.
Okay. What was when you put it out though? What was the general like look of it? Like, people tell, you know, the response as far as you got when you put it out. like from your fan base and stuff?
It was a very humbling moment, to be honest with you, because, you know, as an artist, you know, you'll tell your friends all the time, hey, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. You'll post on social media, and it'll be like people who aren't your friends that'll like, you know, repost you like the same 4 or 5 bot accounts, maybe, you know, if you fall into a tagline or something like that. But when I put it out, not even 12 hours later, like I was having people hit me up saying, yo, man, you know, this is good. Where's the next thing? Where's the next thing? Yo, this is really good. And some of them were from people who I've been sending my SoundCloud links for years. So I was kind of looking at them like, you know. But
I know that. I know that feeling. Yeah.
Yep.
Because there was like Apple or Spotify link to it. They were like, oh shit. So
I guess this is legit now. Like, oh, let me take them serious now. It's like, come on, bro. People.
Some people don't realize how easy it is.
Yeah.
It's very
to get it on more platforms. Yeah.
Starting from like someone who wasn't even gonna rap, like, because I didn't think I could, like TR3, like he told me to, because we had English class together and we would just like freestyle sometimes because we were bored. Like we read fast, we finished all our work fast, so we were just in the back of the class. And he was like, yo, I got a studio at the house. And I was just like, really? He was like, yeah, man, come on. So, you know, basically, I'm not gonna say he kidnapped me because we're on the airwaves and that's illegal, but I ended up
I think I did one of his projects one time last year. Yeah,
he releases a lot, man. He inspires me because he's doing the thing where he's I call it trying to save the world. I'm not necessarily trying to save the world because there is such a thing, shadow banning. I want to get my foot in the door first
before you get shadow banned.
Yeah, before I get shadow banned, so I can be myself openly.
Yeah,
get the money first. But he inspires me, man. But going from someone who just started on 10th grade, put out a song on YouTube, he's like, fuck it, you know. Got on SoundCloud, started a group with his friends. I mean, it's I'm not gonna say it's tear jerking because I ain't no bitch, but you know, it's a good it's a good feeling. And just the reviews, people who have never listened to me before. I had a couple blue check marks because I'm nobody, dude. I have maybe 300 solid listeners on each track and something like that for right now. Like I'm nobody, but just to see that, you know, it's just like, yo, you can do this shit, keep going, because the baby didn't even blow up till he was 27. You know.
Dude, like, what 2 Chainz didn't blow up after how many ventures till he was in his 30s?
Yeah, to change his name. He used to be Titty Boy.
He used to be Titty Boy.
He's still Titty Boy.
He's still Titty Boy, but I'm saying it took him till his like 30s to actually become considered successful. You know what I'm saying? Like his late 30s. And this dude was like a star, bro. He played ball in college. Like he was one of those people that could have should have been bigger than he was before he was there.
I mean, over here in Atlanta, he was the juice, man. Like
yeah.
It's just, I guess, where you're from versus the rest of the world, like perspective-wise, you could see it differently. But I mean,
it can be tricky.
It's another one of those things where I see my friends like, 'cause, you know, this is a young man's game. Like, you know, it would be who not to think otherwise. It's definitely a young man's game, so you don't want to get too old and people get, you know, discouraged. And I'm just like, look, man, 30's still young, you know. Yeah. So.
It is what it is. It's honestly, no, it's very real. Like, it's a young man's game as far as like.
I didn't know your age.
No, it's definitely it's a young man's game as far as like how you getting things done. Like it becomes an old man's game when it becomes more business. You know what I'm saying? And that's the type of balance that like when a young man can understand that business, clean, he's solid. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And like they got to watch out though. A lot of these dudes these old men, these old heads, sometimes like rap names and stuff will completely exploit and take advantage of a younger artist and like, oh man, I'm doing you a solid because I gave you a cosign, and end up with 60-70% of your royalties, bro. Like, which is wild because.
Perfect example. Who's that little kid with the Boosie sign? I don't even know his name.
Oh, I know you're talking about, but yeah, I forgot his name. What the hell? I know you're talking about.
Exactly, but don't even know his name.
Yeah, yeah, but Boosie is he's literally gonna be that forever. Boosie, the dude Boosie signed. You know what I'm saying?
And like what artists do is sign to other artists. And as an artist, personally, I don't think signing to another artist is a good idea while their career is active. Because I got too much shit going on for myself, and I'm not even big to pay attention to another artist. And everything they got. Nah.
Yeah. Especially once you grasp the whole like work ethic of like, yo, I can do all this by myself. Then why do you need to sign a funky label? Like then you can pick the deal that best fits what you don't want to do as far as grind wise, instead of just grabbing whatever's thrown at you.
You'll be a business partner instead of like a liability or an asset or something like. You need leverage. Leverage is important.
Always. And that's what a lot of like, that's one thing that we do try to push. Like, we do try to teach a lot of like our young followers, our young people that we reviewed, like, yo, it's a cold world out there. Like, just because you're young, just because you're talented does not mean people care. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be careful. You got to get your business in check, because that's more appealing, you know?
Put that on a shirt and sell that shit.
Yeah, seriously. Like, they got to learn that, because
too many people chasing a check.
Yeah. I've seen it, bro. Like, I've seen it on like tours that I've seen, and like I've helped out on and stuff like that. I've seen artists get like completely used for money. I've seen it at where I'm in New York, like, and I've seen those. We have like a thing that any New York artist will know about it, but it's those New York City showcases, and you get like a spam email talking about, oh man, you can open up for like whoever's a young artist or an artist that like has a hit single or some popping off thing like that. It's like, yeah,
like,
you can
like that.
Huh?
Like Lil TJ or something like that.
Yeah.
He's
and
like
then,
the recent New York artist.
Yeah, and it'll be like, oh, it's a name, and then it's like, oh, I want to do this, and then you have to pay something, and then you have to bring a certain amount of people, and then, you know what I'm saying? And you end up playing a show that you just paid $500 to pay, when you could have put that $500 towards marketing. You could have put that towards your LLC or towards a business, like.
And people ends up feeling like a Relay for Life rally. Like, you know, I did this for the jump rope and the candy. I didn't like, you know.
Facts. Yeah, and that yo, and like, honestly, that's the thing about music that a lot of cats don't get. The most discouraging thing for an artist is to literally like put your money towards the wrong thing. And like to me, one of the worst things that can happen to an artist is like, yo, I just paid this artist $300, $600, $700 to get on a track with me, and then you put out the track and like they don't even like respond to it or repost it. Like, that shit is discouraging. You just spent $700 for a song that went wood, like no one's gonna listen to it, and you thought because you had a name
that
on
shit
it,
went oak.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you're just like, oh man, I just spent this much money. Like, that shit can tap some people out, you know what I'm saying? But then it's like, yo, you got $800, buy a good mic. You got $800, buy an interface, buy a drum machine, buy something that's gonna make you or save you money in the long run. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of artists don't think of that. They're just like, oh, I can get this guy, Red Rocket. I saw a tweet. Bizarre said he's gonna get on my track for $500. It's like, nigga, nobody listens to Bizarre no more, and you just paid for that.
Yeah,
like,
no.
Yeah, that's stupid.
See, that's the thing too, because like you'll hear that stigma all the time. Oh, nobody listens to so and so and so and so. But sometimes those guys are like gems, like fucking gems. Like, I don't know if you guys heard the Freddie Gibbs. Well, you guys probably have. Yeah. The Freddie Gibbs and that. It's like I'll bring that shit up to all my friends who are my age, and like, dude, who the fuck is Freddie Gibbs? And I'm just like,
oh, they're crazy. Yeah, right. They're crazy.
Yeah.
Which is cool, which is like, you know, like, which I get, but like someone like Bizarre, even though he was like a name and all this stuff, that dude, when it's like, do some research. You've never seen him repost someone else, you know, a song that he did with someone else. So why would you care to have, you know, pay him that money? You know,
he's like, I feel like this will hurt my career instead of help it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's like, oh man, has his name really been ringing? It's like, you got to separate whether you're a fan or not. If you truly rock with someone, you like the way they rap, you love their style, and you want to get them on there, and you feel like you could flex that money, go for it. But don't just Red Rocket, throw it out and put it out and be upset. Like, no, market it. Like, you know, you can counter market it. If you spent $500 on a verse, you can spend an extra $100 to $200 on marketing it to his fans if he's not going to share it.
Exactly, but you're doing that thing where like you're making too much sense. So like what you're talking about is not really gonna happen.
Yeah.
People just tune out.
Yeah.
And
like, it's Logic, crazy. It's simple and it's logical. Yeah, it's crazy, man. But that's the game. That's the stuff that people don't tend to think about. A lot of times when you start off as an artist, it's just, oh wait, I can rap, so let me just rap and put out a song. But it's like, yeah, but is your stuff as clear as the shit on the radio? Does it sound like this? Does it, you know, is the mix clean? This, you know?
Like, ask a new artist if they know what mixing and mastering is. They'll be like, is that a video game?
Yeah, they won't know the difference between like, they won't know the difference even between like a regular mix and like a master and like a draft. Like, no, they're just hyped.
That's why engineers make so much money.
As they should. They should.
Writers and A&Rs, man. Those are like the three horsemen.
Yeah. What's crazy is like, we're in the internet era. How are A&Rs still getting, you know, how are A&Rs still as relevant? I thought that would have died off.
You're still doing that thing where you're making too much sense. And,
it's because people don't want to do the shit themselves, so somebody sells them. They sell them the legwork.
It's crazy because like A&R survived. Because A&R's back in the day is like, yo, I'm about to take this dude on a night out. I'm gonna buy some strippers. I'm gonna drop $3,000 on him tonight just so he can sign with us. Now it's like I'm an A&R. I wait for someone to send me something. I tell them if it's garbage, but if they want me to make it sound good, they can send me $1,000. It's like, what? What happened?
Yeah.
It switched the role.
It's like you put a whole veil over what's really important, and you just sell the process instead of like the outcome.
Yeah.
The way I like it.
Which is crazy, but if you know sales, you know what I'm saying? If you know sales, if you know like shit like that, then you know that.
Marketing is a very underrated undergraduate, and I suggest more people study it. You don't got to get a degree in anything, but at least know a few terms, so you can read a contract and you can, stabilize yourself, that kind of thing. Because people don't know the difference between like immediate equity, long-term equity, like dividends, royalties over time, distributions. Like 6 people are in your pocket before you get anything. Yeah. So, like.
And then they wonder like, oh, why do people care so much about like owning masters? What does that mean? It's like, bro, that's gonna mean a lot when you starving.
See people die over masters, man. That's like a whole deeper, darker criminal link. Yeah. Like, man.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane, and it's like
masters are like your warheads in the music industry, man.
Oh
like,
yeah. Oh yeah.
Like,
dude, all the conspiracies of like certain artists like dying over their masters and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like if people Google the amount of like masters that like Michael Jackson owned.
I was trying not to say Michael Jackson and Sony, but like
he had the Beatles. He owned the Beatles master.
Yeah. Yep. Apparently he got it for like $1, and like it was like off of like a joke or a gag or something like that. And he bought it.
Really?
He got the master for like $1, and then they were like, "Oh, we want it back," and he was like, "Nah, that's not happening." Yeah.
Paul McCartney killed Michael Jackson.
Facts. You heard it here.
That's funny.
Man, if you heard it here, you must not have been listening, because Dave Chappelle's been saying it for years.
Yeah. Dude, and that shit is very, very wild. Like, and people just don't I don't know, man. A lot if they're an artist, man, like it's like you want, like, why wouldn't you want to learn as much as you can about the world you're trying to dive into?
Nah, they just trying to get that check, bro.
Exactly. Like you're still doing that thing, like the whole making sense,
I really like that. Like every time he said, I'm enjoying that because it's real.
You're doing that thing though.
Yeah, it's good because it makes sense.
The problem is that people get blinded by that. Like they think that if they do it a certain way, they're gonna get money, but really they just get fronted a little money and then they end up in debt. They don't realize fast. They don't realize fast money burns fast.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the biggest hustle, bro.
Like, it's cool that you got this whole truckload of flash paper over here, but like,
facts. You finna ruin your life with it.
Construction paper, it'll last me about a week longer than this flash paper right here, bro. Like,
I'll take my construction paper, just fucking light it on fire.
Saying Crayola is straight with me. Keep your flash paper.
Yeah. It's a weird world. And a lot of young cats too, though, which kind of blows my mind. I guess it's from like the copycat world type shit. But a lot of cats can look the part. A lot of cats look like cats will have the most professional pictures. They'll have the look. They'll have their audio, video, and all this stuff looking and sounding like all that sort of stuff, and still like by themselves and still sign to a deal that's gonna like make you look a certain way. It's like, what? You got it.
Look, the music industry is 75% aesthetic. They could give a damn if you could rap. That's the whole point of ghostwriting.
Yeah.
You give a fuck if you can like.
They just want to know if they can get profit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, can we get paid just for you looking the way you do and like moving the shit we tell you to do? Like, it works. Okay, put him in the penthouse, give him $1 million a year. We'll collect the other 19 million he makes. And
you can't even put a price on talent anymore. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Oh,
it doesn't.
matter. What is talent? Talent can be generated by a computer nowadays. Like you got artificial intelligence with more personality than most sound.
Yep.
So,
yeah,
that's because all the SoundCloud rappers have the same personality.
Exactly.
It's cookie cutter.
That auto-tune makes you sound just like.
I was about to say, like, yeah, talent will, like, in the generation we're in a computer world. Talent is nowhere near touching creativity. Like, if a cat who can take the audio sounds of a cat mating or a cat in heat and turn it into a hit song, that creativity trumps your talent, bro. Like he's, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna make it even more viral by calling it something you don't even want to hear. I'm gonna call it Pussy Sounds. It's gonna go viral on Billboard. You know what I'm saying? It'll be Deshane Bankhead. One hit Pussy Sounds produced by DJ Cat.
And just stir Mac around.
Yeah, on a really good mic too. On a really good mic.
Little ASMR mics with the ears.
$1,500 blue mics, you know, with the low reverb automatically built into it.
Yep. I can see it. I can see it now. Like the dude who made the song, like, well, you know, when we recorded it, we actually used the homemade this. I had 2 compressors and I used the Focusrite. Like he can explain recording macaroni sounds in the most perfect detail.
I want to know the brand of macaroni.
And then I used these plugins and I made it sound perfect.
Craft shells, wasn't it?
Plugins are the future. Like, you know, plugins, you know, I wouldn't say overdo plugins because you'll end up with, you know, the walkie-talkie effect. That shit. That shit was, I'm not gonna lie, I bust out crying when I read that.
Because I couldn't, I was like, yo, this kind of sounds
like,
a little.
damn, they got me. They got
and you know what's crazy?
True.
So I got a little son, and we have like I have walkie talkies in the house. So he's afraid of the dark. So I got walkie talkies. So if he gets a little afraid at night, he could talk to me. And we use our walkie talkies often. And when I was listening to it, I was like, man, this sounds like something. And I'm like, it sounds like walkie talkie. Like I'm looking at the walkie talkie. I'm like,
I'm glad I can finally explain. So I feel like you asked me earlier, and I just never answered the question because we just got off on a bunch. of
yeah,
stuff.
we go on tangents. That's what this is all about.
The album was very concept wise. It was very simple. It was just basically my life from the beginning of 2014 when shit kind of started, like, you know, freshman year of college, that kind of stuff, when all the changes and stuff happened, because you experience a lot of changes as a man, you know, in your early 20s.
Yeah.
Weird.
It gets wild.
Yeah, you start looking at yourself like, damn, the fuck.
I used to think this shit was a good idea. What?
Yeah.
Should be in jail. But it was the whole process. Just basically how I got from there to where I am now. That's why the guy who was doing the voicemails, that was TR3, because, you know, that's my brother. So he was the one that was calling me saying, hey, get in the studio. You can do all this stuff. I know you can rap. Get in the studio. You're letting all this other shit distract you, bother you. Get in the studio.
Yeah.
So and part of me feels like the ordering of the tracks kind of had me fucked up a little bit, because I told the story in the right order, but honestly, 2014 should have been before the intro, because that's really, you know, when it started. That was basically the mindset, because freshman year, you know, I had like solid grades. I was on the dean list, don't get me wrong, but I got into like a lot of trouble like off campus and shit like that. Tuition ain't free. That's all I'm saying.
Right. Facts. Tuition hurts.
And apparently me and my broke ass family made too much money to get the Pell Grant, so I had to do what I had to do. So, you know, 2014, like literally the hook, wake up in the morning and hope a nigga got a problem. Like that was literally it. Like I couldn't have put it any simpler, any more like the whole, I tried to make sure I told the story. Yeah. And didn't get too lost in the gimmicks and shit. So, you know, I think I did that part.
Yeah. You did. You definitely got like a story across, and I like to keep it super honest. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, but you did get a story across, and you can rap, and like, which I can definitely appreciate. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna help me. I'm gonna keep my eye out. You know what I'm saying? I'm always gonna be like, all right, I'm waiting for him, because now I'm banking on.
I'm sitting on a finished album because I had to put all my efforts toward the website, and I'm actually sitting on a finished project. And with the whole COVID shit going on, you know, it kind of threw a monkey wrench. Yeah. In our fiscal plan this year, because we had shows, you know, TR3 was in California, dude, like performing like with guys who work with Snoop. I don't know if you guys know who Ariano is or whatever, but that's basically his benefactor. Yeah. I'll say it's a benefactor. It's a good word. But so he was over there with him and making songs. He just did some stuff with the Future Kings, and then COVID. Yeah. He had to come back home.
Yeah.
That Rona.
Yeah, fucked a lot of people's plans up.
Yeah.
But the good thing is, it does give you that perspective of like, hey, now let's really learn how to make money from home.
And shit, like let's finally do other shit that we never had the time to do because we had to work. Since we can't work, hey, let's do other shit.
Let's get active in a whole different way.
You have time to get that shit, the momentum too.
Yep. Yeah, I was telling artists
that makes too much sense.
Yeah, I was telling artists if they if they don't come out of COVID with a new weapon to their artist arsenal, they failed. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a marketing thing, whether you learned how to play a few power keys, whether you learned how to make a few simple beats, anything. If you didn't come out with something to help level you up, bro, like you messed up. You know what I'm saying?
You could have picked up the damn banjo and you would have been a winner. Like,
even if they do fucking like start streaming or some shit, something.
Yeah, something.
But
even that, like learn Instagram, like learn the Instagram algorithm.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Dude, we started a YouTube channel, like we started a Twitch channel because we can play Tekken pretty fucking well.
So we started a Twitch channel, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Like, and we're all going to tie all this shit together. So even if the music doesn't pop off as fast as I want it to, I can use everything else to get attention toward the music. So even if you don't want to listen to my shit, you have to hear it. If you're on my platform.
And that's what, and you could always weave it into that. Like once this COVID shit started, like we have a playlists. So we used to just have one playlist like every quarter. Yeah,
both your playlists, Spotify. I checked them both.
Yeah, and we update them, and like it's like, yo, let's keep a playlist going, a real playlist, not one that people buy onto, whatever. If we gave it a dope rating, we put it on there. And I was like, kind of like getting lazy with the playlist. And then once COVID hit, I was like, bro, let's revive the playlist. Let's make another playlist for the bad songs because, hey, you know, some people might like.
You want to
bad
torture
songs.
yourself?
But then I was like, yo, let's start a Twitch. And let's showcase the playlist on the Twitch. It's just let's tie everything together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's
people
it.
Don't even know the whole sucker punch about Twitch is the whole move from YouTube to Twitch. People don't really realize that ever since Leor Cohen took over the music marketing department of YouTube, like people's streams and yields have been kind of like taken elsewhere, and people haven't been getting paid much. So that's really why people have been flooding to Twitch, because Twitch and Patreon will definitely give you the bag.
Yeah. And YouTube is the weird with that because YouTube they're always been trying, but they're like trying to solidify
YouTube's like a
their
joke
own,
now.
They're trying to solidify their own music.
They're trying to
streaming.
check too many boxes at once.
I remember when YouTube had no ads, and I was just here for the A and B's.
Yep. That was my golden era of YouTube when I used to run like my page. I used to record like hardcore shows and stuff that used to happen on Long Island, and it was the golden. It was great. Like YouTube didn't have ads, no monetization, none of that weird bull. And now you got to pay and all that shit.
Because they didn't know what they had back then.
Yep.
Now they do.
They P. Diddy themselves, man. Like, And I don't think half the people will get that. I don't care to explain.
Yeah, you don't need to explain. If they're listening to this and they're hip hop fans and they don't get it, they listen to this, then they like, why are you a hip hop fan if you don't get that? You know.
I mean, let's put it this way: like Diddy is YouTube and your wallet is Shine.
It doesn't even just have to be your wallet is Shine. Your wallet is the band. Your wallet is those two girls, Dirty Diddy Money. Like your wallet is all of them.
Dirty Money, man. See, Dirty Money got it the worst, but at least at the end of the day, I can say they got paid and they got a couple of music videos out the shit. You know, that's more than everybody else.
But that's the deal he was throwing at people. Yeah. Diddy was that's like being from New York. It's like it's always like you don't want to sign with Diddy, and that's it for you.
Nah, but he's gonna remix your shit.
Yep. You're gonna have one thing that makes you seem popular, and then it's over.
Exactly. Man. Funny thing is, man, like I didn't even know about that shit until I watched the Chappelle show. It's how you know I'm 24. Like I thought the whole making the band shit was a skit. I didn't actually watch those seasons.
Oh, see, I watched those.
And I was like, oh, these were really the people.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was invested in multiple ways because I watched the band when it came out, but I also am a huge battle rap fan, so I knew Ines, so I watched all of it. Huh? My favorite battle rapper, and people give me shit, but he is my favorite battle rapper of all time is Chilla Jones.
Chilla Jones. I don't think I've heard of Chilla Jones.
Chilla Jones, and when people do their research with Chilla Jones changed the way battle rap was for pretty much up the way it is now. He changed it but maybe 4 or 5 years ago, he coined and like revamped the whole concept of a theme in battle rap of like scheme rapping, and it changed battle rap. Like everyone schemes like him because of it, and that's what battle rap is now essentially. But Chilla Jones is my favorite battle rapper. Then you got Loaded Lux, Sue Surf, JC, and my man Rum Nitty. You know.
Man, any man hopping into the ring with Loaded Lux is a mistake.
Yep.
Like, man, I know you
better get beat the fuck up.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You're gonna get hit with. You're gonna get a history lesson. You're gonna get bars. You're gonna get joked on, and he's gonna rap for like 5 more minutes.
And he's gonna tell you some shit about yourself you didn't even know.
Along the way.
Yo, I was there front and center when he did the "You Gonna Get This Work," the shit that Jay-Z treated. I was there front and center, man. That was the main events where it was the legends versus the new guys, and I was there in the crowd. I was one of the people just had to get out of the way of them carrying the coffin into the fucking stage.
Was there really damn near a riot after that battle? Because I read about that.
It was hectic, but it was also the bad of it was we were in this venue for about 13 hours straight, and no one wanted to move to lose your spot where you were standing. So we were standing for about 13 hours. There was long breaks in between battles. It took long to start. So everyone was already like pissed. So that's why, which is crazy, but that's why there were so many boos and people like snapping immediately because we were fed up. So if you didn't hit us with absolute fire after us waiting 45 minutes for you to get on stage, like off rip, you were getting booed. So it was hectic.
Just fuck out of here. From Witter to go.
Yeah. And like Loaded Lux choking his first round, we were like, I was like, oh my God, this legend is choking against Calico. Like Calico's nice, but it's Calico, bro. Like, so I was like, what? But yeah, it was hectic.
Man, Calypso got more sales than Calico.
Dude, it's hectic. But yeah, I am a diehard battle rap fan. Still am. I subscribe to URL TV. I'm always watching it. I'm on that Oxygen app. All that.
Yeah, I thought I was one of the remaining few, man. Because like, I talk to people and they'll be like, "How old are you? You know all this?"
Battle rap is the purest form of hip hop we have. We have to preserve it.
It literally is. It's literally right there next to cardboard and Adidas sweatpants.
yeah, facts and horn rimmed gold glasses, bro. Like it literally is the purest.
I don't know about the glass.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, Run DMC, what them shits in style, bucket hats, all of that, man. But yeah,
I'll give you the bucket hats, man.
Hey, Schoolboy still rocks a bucket hat
because he knows how to pay homage. You don't see
Schoolboy wearing no horn rimmed glasses.
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, they let that die back in the day. That was like what the source was made of back in the day. But
it's like shoulder pads.
Just 2 windows on your face, bro. Yeah, man. Like people need to honestly. Other countries handle battle rap in better ways than I think that we should do it. Like
UK, like you would think these people are into like a fist fight on stage. Like,
yeah,
I just can't handle the bruv rap.
Bruv,
can't do it. Bro.
It gets to the point where it's
go get the blicky.
No, but like honestly, some places too, like Russia. That I always mention their battle rap scene because their battle rap scene is like what I wish we had. But their battle rap scene consists of they have their top charting artists. Like
I bet that's just hella aggressive.
So what they do is like whoever's like the top selling rappers and stuff out there, they battle to like settle scores. So it, like essentially their Drake battled their Pusha T, like you know what I'm saying? Like they're like people who sell out stadiums battle rap to settle scores, and that's how rap should be.
I feel like it happens over there and not over here because it makes too much sense.
Yep.
Again. Yep. Here again.
Imagine
they kind of did. It's like a UFC setup, kind of. I like that.
Yeah. Like, that's why that whole Oxymoron versus Disaster when he battled on King of the Dot was a huge thing. This was essentially Russia's Drake battling. You know, and that battle hit 10 million in I think 3 days. It was like 10 million views in like 2-3 days, which is crazy for a battle rap. Like that, like only battles from the Philippines hit those numbers, bro. Like that was bananas, bro. But like once I learned,
wait. There's battle rap in the Philippines,
dude.
Right.
No one has more views than Filipino battle rap. Look at their numbers. They're racking millions.
I didn't even know that was a genre.
Millions though, and the reason I know is because some of my favorite battle rappers went out to the Philippines just to do like Swave Seva went out there. It was these dudes had to like learn how to rap in English, so they just sound like they sound funny.
I'm pretty sure it's one hell of an English barrier. A lot of bars were probably lost.
Yeah, but yeah, that's when you look at other places that do stuff like that, you're like, yo, why are we not doing that? Like, why is the Philippines run the YouTube battle rap game with their numbers and we don't? Like, we're supposed to be the creators.
Didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's wild, but like that whole
Because that's where all those bot accounts are.
Yeah.
No,
man, like,
but
don't underestimate the power of the bot account. They really get shit done.
I was gonna say, yeah, if you look at these like I can send you guys a few of these Filipino battle raps. They're in stadiums.
Like I'm interested because that's a bold claim. Like most views on YouTube, I've never heard of this.
They get rowdy. I'll send you some. I'll send you the
right on my computer right now.
Their URL. Yeah, man. Dude, there's a bunch. Let me see.
I'm on YouTube, Filipino battle.
Oh yeah.
I spelled Filipino right on the first. Yeah, hooked on phonics for the win.
Jesus, if you do, you got to be careful on YouTube now. You type anything Philippines, it's just like COVID.
Yeah, this guy scrolled through like 3. Like there's some COVID raps I had to scroll past. God damn, 24 million views,
dude. It gets hectic.
Damn.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it gets hectic, bro. Some places, places love hip hop. And then we're out here trying to figure out where to market our music, right? Like I'm about to do an Instagram ad to the Philippines.
But like it's kind of hard to get your passport nowadays. Yeah. So, they make it a process. You got to wait. It's not hard.
But the internet is a great bridge.
I was gonna say, yeah, you run a quick Instagram ad to the Philippines. They might not understand you.
Hey, drop a single where half of it you rap in Filipino and the other half you rap in English.
You just you Google translate a whole verse.
Right now, like before you put this on YouTube, these are great ideas.
This is intellectual property, Manz.
No, but yeah, man.
Philippines.
Yeah, you never know. There's still artists that like make money in other places. Like Coolio still tours overseas and makes.
I was gonna say the European market is fucking.
Dude, that's because Gangsta's Paradise will never not be the shit. Like,
facts.
Dude,
yo, he's gonna keep rapping that song until he's got that last braid.
Braid left.
Yeah,
he's gonna be on his deathbed with tubes up his nose, talking about it. Gangsta's Paradise, man. Like,
yeah, man, it's crazy.
Like, why they try to put that on the Sonic the Hedgehog soundtrack, after they redid the character. Because that shit was just...
Dude, they did a good job, though. I'm not even mad, because me and my little man loved the movie in theaters, and we still be watching it. We needed that change because the movie was good.
I'm a huge Sonic fan, man. Like, the games have been hurting me recently. Like,
Mania's
good.
To quit. You got to play Sonic Mania. Sonic Mania is good.
Game.
Mania was made by the fans for the fans.
Yeah,
I don't give Sega credit on that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a fact. That was like for the fans, by the fans.
Nah, they need to quit fucking around and give us a Sonichu game. I don't know about that.
You know what he's talking about. Like I can talk to you guys about like hip hop and just random shit all day.
Oh yeah, that's honestly all of our like that's why I don't even like to call them interviews. Because we just chop it up. Like, we want, because, like, that's the whole thing. We want to show people, like, when they jump into these, that, like, yeah, artists are people. That's it.
Yeah. We might as well have the grill going.
Yeah.
Even if you're whack as fuck, you at least have to be a whack individual to be a person.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
It's one of those things.
Yeah. And it's like, yeah, and people, like, it's like, yo, if you want to be, and nothing makes it, like, empowers an artist more than seeing that other artists are regular people just like them. You know what I'm saying? And that's why people get like gassed, like, oh my God, J. Cole drinks Poland Spring. That shit is crazy. It's like, yeah, he's a fucking human being. Like, he's a regular person.
He's part of that exclusive club called Everybody.
Yeah.
Yo, fact.
And it's like, yo, I could be just like him. And then they buy a Poland Spring and they go into a studio with that Poland Spring and record some garbage. But hey, they tried. And that's what matters.
What shit to say is like, man, off this Poland Spring right here, shout out to J. Cole.
J. Cole's not even sponsored by Poland Spring, but hey.
Right.
It's like those ball players that shout Kobe and they brick the shot.
Yep.
Me. That's me all the time when I'm on the court.
Brick.
Oh, yeah. I would be terrible in ball if I didn't talk shit. Like, it's my weapon. Like, that's how I end up winning in basketball, is because I talk so much shit. But it also works against me.
See, I just be yelling Shaq every time I shoot anything.
That's counter.
He's being honest.
And that way, if I miss, hey.
Oh yeah. See me, I'm I am like all talk, but it works to my favor because, you know, basketball is momentum. So there's times where my shit talking will make me good for a window, but mostly.
Like, just hear somebody with that, you know, Phantom and 1 and 68, 42
Find the
Nike
bag.
commercial.
The class. Yo, real shit. I said this recently to someone talking about that. That commercial needs a remaster.
It does.
It needs a fucking 4K remaster.
Like, ball handling skills used to make you a god. Like, you could be trash at shooting, like,
if you could
defending,
dribble,
rebounding. Once you had those handles, you were
Yep.
like, God.
It didn't matter
right?
if you missed a shot or if you threw an interception. If you shook someone,
That-
you were
This
nice.
shit looked great. You broke someone's ankle along the way. Like, you know, that's what I really came for. But, you know, nowadays, it's just like, oh, we got to win games, guys.
Yeah, we got to shoot from half court.
Yeah. Oh, don't even get me started on, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
Curry
convinced,
changed
man.
basketball.
I'm not saying Steph Curry might have signed a deal with the devil about that shot, but
Yeah,
My man doesn't even have good eyesight, bro.
I
Right.
know.
No,
He's out here squinting at the rim.
if you got your coach saying, what the fuck, like, don't take that shot, and then you made the shot, and he just turns around at the crowd like, I'm not the coach anymore, guys.
Yeah,
He's
Like,
in charge of the team now.
yeah.
like
Dude, I'll never forget that first year where he like absolutely went off, and it was like once playoffs hit, and they're like, "Oh, season highlights." I'm like, he hit that many half court shots.
Right.
I thought it was
That shit
ESPN
was
just replaying it. I'm like,
Ridiculous.
he hit one damn near on every team in the league that year. I'm like, what? How is that
I still
normal?
remember the one when Kevin Love pushed him and he was falling back.
Oh my
and
god.
Hit that shit in the finals.
Oh yeah. It's like what? And
like,
then they made it
be a
worse.
post. Like,
Then they made it worse. Like he's like, oh yeah, that's his warm up, and you see his warm
I
up
just
shot
hate
when
him
he
because
shoots
he
from
looks
the
like a
locker
little
room.
bitch. He's like the logic of basketball.
my Under Armour shoes. Check this shit out.
Yeah. Facts. That's another thing too. Like you got sponsored by Under Armour. Under Armour is the official sneaker of dads that work the grill. Like, come on, bro.
Hey, yo, I got a pair of all black Under Armours. Don't
I do
hate
too,
me.
and I'm never trying to ball in them. I'm trying to work a grill. Like I'm like, yo, don't touch.
This is
I'm
my
working.
ball shoes, bro. That's why I'm gonna take the baby for a
Watch
walk.
Zion Williamson like posterize LeBron James in a pair of K-Swiss. Like, I'm in.
Yo, yeah, it's my time.
My time. That or a pair of Eli's. I'm in. Like,
Yo, crazy shit, man. Crazy shit. But yeah, man, we usually
man.
keep it. We usually
Swiss.
keep this to like an
what is
hour.
that? What is
What happened?
No, I was wearing a pair of K-Swiss a while back, and like my friend was like, "Bro, what is that? Is that a new shoe?" I was like, "You know what K-Swiss is?"
Yeah, right.
So you got none of you guys have childhoods. You know what Kmart is?
Yeah.
Like what? Like what? Like
Yo, all the Kmarts are fucking.
what class
dead
of
now,
people
bro.
don't know what K-Swiss is? Like that worries me. Is there like another percentage of people I don't know about?
Important is
I used to have the reversible tongue.
Like most people my age, like 25, 26 on down, like, you know, there's a lot of shit. Like, you know, they don't know what Kmarts are. You know, arcades.
If you ain't never stepped foot in a Kmart, I can't fuck with you.
Yeah. There's just some things we just can't talk about.
Sorry.
Oh, like I remember when they were really feeling themselves and they upgraded to like super Kmarts.
Yeah.
That super Kmart's empty
I
now,
think
bro.
that was the
That's
cash grab they were trying to use to stay alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Just throw the word super on there. Fuck people up.
Target the same shit, bro.
Yeah.
Target
For Dragon Ball.
Yeah. Wild. Damn, that's crazy. that makes me feel old. Super Kmart.
That's
It's
wild.
not just you, man. You know, I was there. You know, I remember Rocket Power. And,
Oh my god.
Wiggity, wiggity.
I used to hate Rocket Power because I'm like, they don't never do no tricks.
I work.
They don't.
I work with a kid that high key looks like the fucking the main character.
You talking about Otto?
Yeah, bro. I tell him that shit all the time, and he skates too. I'm like, you look just like wiggity wiggity every time I see him. I'm like, wiggity wiggity, what's up, bro? A hollow, brother.
Dude, nowadays, I believe that's called bullying, Wako. I'm pretty sure you're bullying
I
that poor
bully
man.
the fuck out of a bunch of young kids.
It might be, but like he has to get the joke. You know, like
He does get it though, so I'll give him that. He's
best
young, dude.
episode, Rocket Powers, Tony Hawk episode. That was probably my favorite cartoon episode to exist. Period. Tony Hawk.
Yeah, this guy.
Tony Hawk, man. A
Yeah,
name
the
that, like, as many bad games did we get after the legendary franchise started, he's still like we're like, yo, we fuck with Tony Hawk.
Dude, he's remastering 1 and 2.
I'm ready. What's good too is I thought they were gonna have big issues with the music, but only 2 songs didn't make the cut.
Yeah, I was about to say no. Everybody wants that bread. Yeah, that bag.
Once that remaster was hinted before it was even announced, I was like, yo, how do I get on there? Like, who do I have to reach out to get my music on there? Like, who do I have to reach out to? I did research for like a whole day.
I'm so looking forward to playing with Black Spider-Man on Pro Skater 2 again.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yo, that special was the shit, bro. Webbing the board, that was the shit.
Like deadass. After I got off the phone with you guys, I got Pro Skater 4. Like I got that first generation PS3 that plays PS2 games. That's what I'm about to do.
Same. I never sold mine when people were returning them. Shit, I never sold mine. I'm like, I'm glad I still have it because after that first generation, they're not backwards compatible anymore, which is crazy.
I don't understand it.
Yeah, but yeah,
which is weird because Xbox One's doing fucking backwards compatible.
They're doing. They're going. They make sense. The new Xbox.
I just downloaded.
Like buy the game again.
Yeah,
don't you download it?
Not always. If you already owned it on that account digitally, you just download that bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like on my Xbox One, all the games I paid for on 360 online, they're just like, oh, you want to re-download them? I was like, okay.
I still have my. I modded my 360. I modded my 360, so I was just like, downloading video games to a hard drive. So I still have it. So I'm just like, I'm not worried. I still have like a 2 terabyte stacked with 360 games.
Hey, I just downloaded Phantasy Star Online.
Oh, that's old.
They got that shit
remastered. That was like the first online game
on
Dreamcast. Yeah. Yo, Game Pass is legit.
Game Pass, dude.
I
still got mine, dude. I was like, bro.
Yo, man, Walker, we might actually have to game this. We might have to game after these episodes, but
Hey. I'm about to go blow the dust off my Dreamcast and play Sonic Shuffle, man. See, Sonic Shuffle was Mario Party.
Yeah,
Mario Party.
Nah, that Crash Bandicoot party game was the shit. It was like Time Warp.
I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Dreamcast was so ahead of its time; it had to die the death that it died. It had to.
Yeah,
it was too ahead of its time. Like Dreamcast crawled so like all other consoles can run, bro. Like Dreamcast was it.
It's Jesus, bro. Dreamcast died on the cross. First, for you and your gaming friends, bro.
First online game I've ever played was the Spawn game for Dreamcast.
Oh man, see, you're legendary.
Yeah, and that Spawn game was that third person weird Spawn game, and you could like fucking Spawn just had the 2 guns and the axe, and you could like cut body parts off and stuff. It was a very stiff shooter, and it was the first like I was hooking up online to play Phantasy Star, and I was like, oh, the Spawn game goes online, and I was like, what is happening right now? I was like leveling up and shit. But
that's way back. I was born in '95, dude. I was only playing Sonic Adventure. I wasn't playing.
Underrated. That good ass music too.
Fucking Nat.
But yeah, usually we like to keep these down to an hour, man. We don't want to keep you all night. We keep it down to an hour, man. But yo, this was dope, man. Yo, we appreciate you coming and chopping it up with us, man. So I'm gonna give you that window to do the hip hop thing, let people know where to find your stuff, your tags, blah blah blah, all that good stuff, man.
I got you. I'm gonna be ignorant about it. Yo, shout out my nigga Woot Wop from the hood. You know, we do $5 hairlines in Louisiana. I've never been there, but follow the page. Deshane Bankhead on Instagram. SoundCloud, YouTube. I just went and changed my name on everything. It took like hours, so
Hey, as long as you secure your tag.
Hey, secure the tags, bro.
Yep, secure.
But I made sure my name is everywhere. So I said it once and I said everywhere. So
he's a professional. Deshane Bankhead on everything you can find him. That's it. It's that easy. You don't have to have different names, underscore here, nothing.
I'll send you guys a link to the website and everything. I'll update it, and I'll definitely put you guys stuff on there. And,
we can throw you if you have a website. We'll throw you. We have like a page on our website, like just to show people we rock with and people that we support. So we'll throw you on there.
Okay, no doubt. Well, I'll send you all that stuff. And definitely send me all your stuff, man. Definitely, I want to listen.
Oh yeah, I got you. I'll send you. I put out a project beginning of the year, end of February. So I'll send you it. But yeah, man. Yo, we appreciate you having it, man. I'll let you know.
I appreciate the time, man. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I'll let you know. This is usually Wednesdays. Wednesday, I'm gonna drop this. So if you have like, usually 5 or 6 like clips of music or anything like video wise that we could post on our page that you think will bring people to your page and your music, send them to me and I'll post them. I'll set them up for the week.
Too easy, man. I had to get all that shit in a folder for the website. So
professional.
Prepared.
Yeah, up, man. Hey, I love you guys, man. Keep doing your thing.
Yeah, right back at you, man. Yeah, always reach out, man. You can reach out to us whenever.
No problem, man.
All right, man.
You guys
Peace.
have a good one.
Yo,
Take it
go.
easy, bro.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Take it.